Now the wisdom of these wise individuals, these priests and ministers, as we've seen, and as Paul has brought to our attention on many times in many ways, is philosophically or figuratively hidden within the body of the man that was crucified. This crucified body means the crucifixion of these hidden minds, their philosophy, their belief, their attribute, their approach to the living God. Being taught by the precept of men what the living God's character is means receiving from the pen of the priest an idea or a perception of what the living God is and how the living God is and how we should be towards what and how the living God is. Now this has been offensive, according to the Bible, to the living God, this routine. And more offensive is the individual taking this routine as being a credible form of approach. Now, the Bible's letting us know that what is true to us at this point in time and back then, according to the dictation of the experience by the pen of priest and minister, is going to be turned upside down. And we've reviewed this plenty of times. We've gone through this illustration over and over again. It's crucial to understanding what the definition of justification is and how it relates not simply just to us, but to how the Bible is defining justification. The precept or the routine or the principle or the theory of approaching God only through these routines and sacrifices, ordinances, traditions, theories, baptism rites, so on and so forth, is no more. And it is no more because, put simply, we have to let go of all of this physical stuff. Why do we have to let go of all of this physical stuff? Put plainly, and for you to think about this also. We brought this up previously, but if there was a physical God that we could go to and that we could see doing the things that we believe are decent for his approval, we would then have a reason to continue doing them. And we ought to. Because God himself is physically doing these things, and not only physically doing these things, he's physically doing these things to rationalize to us what we should be mentally taking in and exercising and refining and putting into practice physically also. There was a physical God that we could go to and see. If we could see this, if this was it to see, then we would know that this is it to do. There is no physical God that we can go to see and do. All we have are human beings set up as the construct of what the assumed preferred character of the living God is for us to see and to do. Now the Bible is letting us know that what is assumed to be seen and that is done is not pleasing at all, and especially at this time. So if there being no literal or physical image of God for us to see, if we're going to take John 4:24 true that God is spirit, and if we're going to take John 24:39 true that a spirit does not have flesh and blood, then what we are to do must not contain flesh and blood, but must relate to what is spirit. Spirit, context, meaning what is within. Spirit, context, meaning what is within the mind. Being invisible, this is initially letting us know that our experience also has to be invisible. Invisible, not necessarily meaning without any sight, because the sight is supposed to come from within the mind. Paul says in the book of Ephesians chapter 4, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. All of this physical stuff has to go because our experience is supposed to transcend it.